What's up, all you stars and studs? This is former WWE diva and current First Lady of Ring of Honor, Maria Kanellis, and you are listening to WNS Podcast.
You're listening to the official Wrestling News Source podcast. For all of your information, go to WrestlingNewsSource.com or find us on Facebook by searching WrestlingNewsSource.com or WNS Podcast. Now, here are your hosts, Daniel Herron, Tyler Abear, and Doug.
With Noah!
That's so not cool.
That's right. What's up, everyone? I am Daniel Herron.
I'm Tyler Abear.
Man. He's just trying to make sure everyone's here.
Yeah.
I am Doug.
And we welcome you to episode 142 of the official podcast for WrestlingNewsSource.com. For all of your information, go to WrestlingNewsSource.com. Check us out on Facebook, WrestlingNewsSource.com. You can find us on YouTube, WNS Video, on iTunes, Wrestling News Source Podcast.
And for the Twitter is at WNS Podcast, and for the main site, WN Source.
So much better. Look at those levels. Doing good.
That's beautiful.
I like it.
Yes.
Hey, what's better than that? I don't know.
I was gonna say, go ahead. Okay, go on.
Great levels. That is awesome.
Oh, man.
Subscribing to us on
Well, they would know if you guys...
Stitcher. Wrestling News Source
Should have
Podcast.
said something.
Gave you the chance, man. And joining us on the show this week, we got a very special guest, the one and only Noah!
Hey, everybody, what's up?
Say hi to Victor.
Hey, Victor.
Victor.
Right way.
Victor?
Yeah, there you go.
You still did that.
It's all kinds of fun. Hey, how you doing, guys? Y'all doing all right?
We're doing good.
I'm doing good.
The one time you have to fix your levels, now you're sharing a microphone with Noah, and it's going to throw it all off.
That sounds wrong.
Yeah.
I'm sharing a microphone.
You're sharing it, yeah. Y'all like to share. We actually do have some feedback from this past week's episode. First one coming to us from
Victor.
The Clippers,
Oh, sorry.
350 from YouTube, saying, can never hear that Hebert guy or the third guy who doesn't talk much, needs to speak into the mic or turn up the volume. Gets annoying when you're trying to hear what he is saying.
See, he's confused. He thinks they're two different people.
A-Bear.
Who's Hebert?
Yeah. A-B-E-R? E-A-R?
Who's the Hebert guy?
Who's Hebert? We don't know.
No, he's a loser.
Whoa, Noah. Taking shots at whoever this Hebert guy is. But yeah, we had to, over the past week, here at the studio, we've actually had to go under some like major construction work, so that's why the microphones were sounding a little soft on some of them. But I think we've got the levels good now. So hopefully we're good to go. The other feedback we have, we did ask our listeners to post what country they're from. You know, if you happen to be listening from outside the United States, and from VWHAD, Volkswagen had, I don't know, saying you guys have an avid listener from Portugal here. So thank you very much. Yeah,
It's fucking awesome.
always nice to hear our international. You know, I think we have some listeners from Ireland.
No, don't just start fucking naming places.
If
We
you're
don't
gonna
know.
and don't just throw out countries without speaking to the microphone.
Yeah.
You have to talk into the microphone. You gotta buddy up next to.
What
next
about
to Tyler.
Ireland?
Yeah, we'll have to check on that. So, but I think we've got some people.
No, it's just being a dick, though. Like, what's the most exotic country you can think of? He's just like throwing stuff out there. He's like, what about
Switzerland?
What about Switzerland? You got
Don't just
listeners in
throw it out.
Switzerland?
I've always wanted to go to Ireland. It's very
What about
high on my
Thailand?
places to go.
We have listeners in Ireland and in Switzerland.
And Mexico.
I'd like to visit London again one day.
In Portugal, apparently,
Yeah, and Portugal. So there
which
you
is
go.
rad.
Where are you from, Noah? Here.
Nederland, Texas.
All right. Well,
Portugal,
there you go.
Texas.
Whoa.
Very proud.
Why don't you just tell? Why are you so proud of being from here?
I have nothing against Nederland. Nederland's awesome.
Some people actually pronounce it Netherland.
Well,
That's the wrong way to do it. But
What if
hey,
you moved from Nederland, Texas to Nederland, Colorado? Would you still have that pride?
would you still have that Netherland pride?
Nope.
living in Nederland, Colorado?
Yeah.
No.
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 Oh, why not? Still Netherland.
No, it's not.
Oh.
Not the same.
Masato was on this past week's Art of Wrestling with Cole Cabana, and he kind of like talks about being from Beaumont for a minute, and he's like, I just rather would say that I'm from Waco.
Nah, I don't blame him.
Yeah.
It's not that, you know.
Colt was like, so what's it known for? Like, what do you guys have there? He's like, got fucking oil fields or something.
Yeah.
He's like, that's it.
Our
Just say
plant, right? Our
There is
refinery
one place
plant.
I'd like to say I was from, Metropolis, Illinois. How cool would it be to say I'm from Metropolis?
Oh, I mean, you can go there, and then when you come back from it, you can say, I'm from this place.
That would be awesome.
Well, there you go. That's all you got to do. Just hop in a car. Go right now. Get out.
It's pricey to get there.
Don't worry about that. So welcome to the show. Got a little bit to talk about. We're going to talk about Raw. Maybe a few hot topics. So we do have one question for this week. You okay there, A-Bear?
Get them out of my face.
Why are there like 5 plastic forks in the wrapper over there?
I don't know. Well, I think 2 or 3 of them are sporks.
They're all up my grill.
So we apologize for the odd
like-
sounds for us. We've been like really off topic before we even started recording this.
There are like 500 pins and like 200 forks in here.
But it's
all
all
those pins are mine.
Say what?
All those pins are mine, not
Say
the
what?
forks.
And forks.
Those pins are whose?
Well, they were given to me by you, Daniel.
Yeah, there we go.
So.
Okay. So welcome to the show. Gonna have quite a bit to talk about. Also, gonna talk to the lovely Maria Kanellis. We had that interview last week, and she was graceful enough to come on the show. So
Great job, by the way, on that interview, Daniel.
thanks, appreciate it. Now
I enjoyed it.
the other listeners who haven't gotten a chance to check it out will get to during this show. But gonna kick things off on Raw.
What other of our interviews have you enjoyed?
Ooh, that's a good question.
He's trying so hard to keep
He's like,
with
who
something.
have they interviewed? Oh God, oh God.
I enjoyed the Maria interview.
Did you listen to the Booker T interview?
Fair enough. She's this week's guest. All right.
Oh,
Well, since Tyler threw out Booker T as being one of our guests, aside from Maria and Booker T, can you name one guest that we've had on the show other than those two?
If so, we give you an executive producer credit on the show if you can name one fucking guest.
what about a guest that you came close to having?
No.
Nope.
Has to be on the
Darn.
show.
I don't even know what executive producers do, but we're going to give you that credit if you can name one guest.
It's basically just a meaningless title for this show. Light bulb went off. Maybe.
You caught it. You caught it.
It was that guy from
Yeah.
Jersey.
We need a name.
Oh,
Oh, that's gotta be a name.
what's
If
his
so,
name?
we'll record a drop and be like, executive produced by Noah. You gotta come up with
It was
something
that
there.
guy and his girlfriend. Oh my gosh, I can't think
Oh,
of it.
you're on to
See?
something.
He
You're
only
on to
knows-
something.
he only
TNA,
knows it
if
because
I'm
of a
correct.
girl.
He was on TNA, if I'm
Yes.
correct.
Yeah, dude. You're getting warmer,
You
but
guys
you need a
talked
name.
about Jersey Shore at one point or something
That's
like that.
true.
I was there. I can't think of his name. Ah,
Come on.
God.
Oh.
You're not on the list, bro.
Yes, that was his whole thing. He had a list, a freaking list, and you guys asked if he could be put on the list, and he said no. Oh, what's his name?
Come up with a girl's name.
Oh,
We're all taller than him.
this is gonna kill me.
Well, maybe someone else. You're on a roll here. You've got
You're
the background.
so close. You're warm.
Can you remember his girlfriend?
She's from Houston.
He's like, oh, I remember her. We're gonna get into the show, I promise.
Tessmacher. Tessmacher.
Oh,
Right? Right?
Yes,
Right?
yes.
That's one person.
Yeah.
That's one person. Tessmacher.
We got to record a drop. This is executive produced by Noah.
How the hell did he know that?
I was there for that one.
People probably think we were like
No,
trying to
but
egg
of
him
all the
on.
names, Tessmacher isn't exactly something that just like rings right into your head. So, your women wrestlers very well, don't you?
I got that
The
one.
only other
I got that one.
wrestler he knows is like Gail Kim.
No,
he pops
no.
out like
Who
it
was-
will.
who was
He's
that
like,
guy?
oh, is Gail Kim gonna
Who
be
was
there?
the Who was the Jersey Shore guy?
Robbie
Or-
E.
Robbie E. Yes. Yes. All right.
Good job, Noah. We're proud of you.
Maria,
Those are the
Gail
only
Kim.
two. Yeah.
No, have you guys interviewed Gail Kim? You haven't interviewed
No.
Gail Kim.
Maybe one day.
Ooh,
Man.
Should we try? If
Feel a little flustered about
if we
that.
try to get her on,
Oh, you should totally try it. And I want to attend.
we might
We
have
have,
to charge for that interview.
we have a listener
Like, if
question.
you want to sit in
And
here.
Noah's there, like, hi, this is Noah.
No. That's not cool. No. No.
I'm sorry.
he just did both of his catchphrases without even knowing it.
We're so glad you're here, Noah. This is a great episode already.
Sorry, Maria. Thanks for coming on the show.
Yeah, we certainly do appreciate it. So yeah, having fun with Noah here in the studio. We do appreciate you coming in, having a little fun because you got to watch Raw. So that's one of the reasons why you
did.
wanted to come in.
I sadly didn't watch all of it. I watched 2 hours of it, and then
to watch-
Castle came on.
Got to watch
so,
2/3 of it, and then other shows took priority for you. So,
but
you know.
I did watch a very big portion of it.
all right. Well, there you go. So let's dive on into that. We kick things off with the 10 rebels, I guess you could say, who saved Dane O'Brien last week. Up on stage, that being RVD, the Usos, primetime players, Zack Ryder, Justin Gabriel, Dolph Ziggler. Who else? Kofi
Zack
Kingston. Yeah, I said Zack Ryder. I think that's it.
Yeah.
I
Why
wanna
don't you look at the main event? Weren't they all in the main event?
I didn't type them all up. So, but yeah, so they came out, and Triple H and Stephanie came out to talk to him and say, hey, we just want to say thank you for stepping up and doing what needed to be did, and done whatever. Who cares?
You done did it.
It's been done. Did yeah. You gonna get got. So yeah,
Sure, it's the other guy.
that was it.
We already covered that though.
No, he didn't say our truth.
What? I thought you did.
I didn't say our truth, but
No,
you
I
know,
could have sworn he did.
maybe
Okay.
that was
He was the other guy,
our
right?
truth was speaking through me in order to get recognized on that one. My bad, but you know, Triple H tried to sort of turn the roster against Dane O'Brien, saying, "Well, aren't you guys tired of having Dane O'Brien get shot after shot after shot for the title? And, you know, Dolph Ziggler, this could easily go to you or any of you guys. And, you know, any of y'all could have been the face of the WWE. But, you know, RVD comes out saying, no, dude, we were here fighting for Bryan. Any one of you, you know, you would have thrown any one of us underneath the bus.
Yeah, man.
And so, so Triple H decides to book a match, an 11-on-3 handicap elimination match against the Shield. So Dane O'Brien and those other 10 going up against the Shield, an 11-on-3 elimination tag team match.
Holla, holla.
And yeah,
Teddy Long was there.
no joke. Where was Teddy for that one? He must have been having a fit. But the Shield looked a little bit irritated by that. But, you know, backstage they cut a promo saying, you know, we're just going to go out and
That
get the job
promo was
done.
great.
Yeah.
I loved how, like, they were saying they those to the wolves. Like, no, this is best for business.
Yeah.
And it's
We're
like-
the hounds that hunt
Yeah.
the wolves.
Yeah, like our backs against the wall. That's when we do our best work.
Mm-hmm. So,
I loved it.
so good stuff from them. Doug, unfortunately, was unable to catch Raw this week.
Missed Raw.
So,
Missed Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. tonight.
oh,
Not happy.
not a good week.
Not a good week. Life is getting in the way.
Yeah. So,
I have Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. recorded, Doug. You can come over. We'll watch it.
That's my boy.
all right.
All right.
Party time at Noah's house. Watch a Shield. So yeah, the first match starts off with Kofi Kingston going up against Alberto Del Rio. I thought this was a pretty strong start for Raw. It was a pretty good matchup. I enjoyed it. You know, the Chicago crowd was hot, as they always tend to be. I thought it was a really good. You know, it was like I posted on the Facebook page. You know, the outcome was a little bit predictable.
Yeah.
But the match itself was enjoyable.
I like how Doug says all the time, like Del Rio is, I don't know if the one or one of the guys that because he has a submission maneuver, so he's going to work on the body part throughout the whole match. And he definitely did with Kofi.
That he did. Noah, did you get to check out this matchup?
I did see that match. I don't know. I didn't. That wasn't to me the highlight.
Okay.
Of Raw. I found that match to be kind of a letdown. So that's just me.
All right.
So it wasn't as exciting as some of the other stuff we're going to cover.
Okay.
So.
All right. We'll get into.
I like Noah talking with some authority.
Walking in like he owns the place, huh?
No, I like it. I'm ready.
Our executive producer.
I didn't see 1 second, so Noah is not speaking for me, but he's speaking in my place.
Through you.
Yeah, there you go. So next up, we got to see the Wyatt.
Supposed to say Kofi sucks. Say Kofi sucks.
Kofi sucks.
Something, something, something. Shitty Muay Thai. Something, something, something. Blows the signature spot. Something, something, something.
Which he did. He missed that jump onto the top turnbuckle again. So, but yeah. But all in all, I thought it was an enjoyable opening matchup. I didn't feel that it was bad. But the next matchup, we got to see the Wyatt family come down. Luke Harper, Eric Rowan, going up against the primetime players. The crowd was hot for the primetime players. I thought the match was a little short. I'd like to see the Wyatt family in a feud with someone right now, because it kind of seems like they'll cut a promo and then they'll have a match against someone, but it won't have any significance. It's just, we're just having a matchup or two here and there because the crowd wants to see us.
I don't know. I felt like I enjoyed the match, but I felt like I didn't want to see them two go at it just yet, or those two teams. I understand what they were doing throughout the whole night, trying to weaken the players, or the people in the 11-man tag match.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they put on a good show, in my opinion, but I don't know. I felt like they both shouldn't have been in the match together.
Just because, Harper and Rowan, they're building up as a tag team, and then you got the primetime players who are already hot, and you don't want to see them lose any steam.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was kind of an odd pairing, but you don't want to see the same old tag match you've seen before. The primetime players going up against like the Real Americans or something like that.
Yeah.
Although they would still put on a good match. So I don't know. I felt like they were kind of backed into a wall for that one.
I found it to be a pretty entertaining match. I'd never heard of, what's that group?
The Wyatt family.
Oh, the Wyatt family? Mm-hmm. I'd never heard of them or seen them before.
Did you like their entrance?
I thought of 3 things when I saw them. The first thing, I was like, what is this? The horror movie You're Next that's currently in theaters?
This came out just before that movie, actually.
That's what I thought of. And the other thing I thought of was something out of Duck Dynasty, and then the other thing was Deliverance. I thought all those 3 things combined.
That movie.
I don't know how you get from Duck Dynasty to Deliverance, but
so I don't know. We went to like the banjo, I thought that was entertaining.
You sure do got a pretty mouth.
Maybe you should give a. I know you've been on in the past, but we have not more than likely. We have certainly gained listeners since then. So you should maybe give a little backstory on your fandom about how you're not necessarily like an every week viewer.
I watch whenever I can. I watch all the WrestleManias. I've seen all of them since I don't know which
at least the past 3 years.
Which WrestleMania was it with Money Mayweather?
Oh, that was 24.
I haven't missed one since then, so I've seen all of them since.
Nice.
I saw my first Elimination Chamber.
Mm-hmm.
That was a really fun one. That was this past summer or before that?
They do them annually, but
that was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that one a lot. But I catch it whenever I can. So there is a lot of other shows that I like a lot more. I'm sorry to say, but I still like wrestling whenever I get a chance to watch it. It's a lot of fun. I've actually attended a WWE thing thanks to Daniel one time. I forgot what it was.
It was just one of the live events.
Okay. And I've attended a couple of TNA things. Wait, what was it? Victory Road?
Victory Road, me, you, and Doug.
Yeah, was that WWE?
Victory Road of 2008.
No, it was TNA.
That was TNA, yeah, but that was a lot of fun.
Where Miss Tessmacher was. Oh, she wasn't there at the time.
But yeah, so.
Where she is now.
And Noah, say your favorite wrestler's name.
My favorite wrestler's name is Nash.
The whole name.
Kevin Nash.
What his nickname was it?
What's his nickname? I forgot his nickname.
Big Sexy.
Big Daddy Cool.
God.
Huge cock daddy.
Huge Cock Daddy.
I'm not using that.
That's probably his porn name.
What, something from Magic Mike or something?
I'm only here to
He
be.
was a Magic Mike.
I'm only here to be disruptive, guys.
No, that's okay, Doug. That's good because you can offer outside insight, I guess.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Big cock daddy. Let's
yeah,
do
Big
this.
Cock Daddy.
So that's who we're going to refer to
If
Kevin
you
Nash
ask
as.
Doug, my favorite female wrestler is Gail Kim.
Why do you like Gail Kim so much?
Just say it.
Just say it. Just say it.
Just say it. There ain't no shame in the game.
Just say it. It's
Just
okay.
say it.
If you're not,
We all
You're
know
among,
the truth.
you're among friends and all kinds of.
They think that I have an Asian fetish.
You do have an Asian fetish. There is no they think. We know. You know. You've got.
Remember that time that your friend Christy sent us to the CVS to check out that Asian chick?
What?
Remember we checked out, see if the
Oh,
Asian
yeah,
chick was
we
hot?
did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was she hot?
Which, I don't remember. That was
I don't
years ago.
remember. She didn't have a lasting effect. So,
Yeah, she wasn't that good, I guess. That
Back
poor
on
girl.
subject.
So yeah, so Luke Harper and Eric Rowan end up defeating the Primetime Players, and then Bray Wyatt gets in the ring and attacks Darren Young. So with the Sister Abigail, that's right. I find it weird that they call it that, but you know, what can you do? Next up, we did get we had a backstage segment between then and Miz TV where they interviewed Miz about the attack that he received in the hands of Randy Orton, and they showed the video package where his dad didn't care. And,
Showed
yeah,
his
right there,
package.
Doug.
Did they show his
Was
package?
it because I said they showed the package,
No.
or his dad not caring?
No. I was
Okay.
still thinking about other stuff.
Big cock daddy.
Big Daddy Cock.
So, but yeah, we got Miz TV with special guest Big Show, and Miz was pissed off and wanted to fight Randy Orton, saying this isn't over by a long shot. I called Big Show out and saying, hey, everyone else in the locker room's grown a set of balls and decided to stand up to McMahon, or not McMahon, but Stephanie McMahon and Triple H. Why aren't you? I know
Yeah,
you're.
we stand up to that bitch.
Yeah. So I know, we're going through some problems, but you can easily do that, and if they break you, they can break any of us because you're the toughest guy or biggest guy or something like that. Stephanie McMahon basically coming out and saying, look, I'm going to let all that slide, but you're basically nothing more than a utility player. If we have someone who needs to go on a talk show at 8 in the morning, hey, you're our guy. If we need someone to be at the local, grocery store opening, hey, send the Miz. He's great at that.
Is that, I know Doug didn't see that part, but just listen to it. Is that part of stuff? You know how last week you were talking, you don't know how to feel about things, how they've been talking about, like they just, how Stephanie McMahon was saying, oh, yeah, you do this, you're going to do that. You're not too much on the show, but you will make appearances or whatever. Them saying that, is that, does that make you feel weird?
Oh, them sort of like,
Mentioning that.
with them saying, you're not that great of a wrestler, but you do great at all these media appearances, sort of, like blurring those lines, I guess. I don't know how I felt. Like, at first I was like, man, she's like tearing him up, and then it was more of them crossing reality with the fantasy of wrestling.
I mean, both
So-
worlds are fusing.
Mm-hmm. We're in a world collision right now, where Earth 1 and Earth 2 are colliding.
I had a question involving that. So, what was it with Big Show? The Miz did bring up some good points. How, what was it? Stephanie McMahon, right?
Yeah.
She basically just said, "Hey, you knock out who was the
Miz.
No. Before
Oh,
that.
Dusty Rhodes.
Dusty Rhodes, the Hall of Famer, and then she told him to knock out Miz. So is he become like a lapdog now? I mean,
Well,
I kind of agree with.
Here's sort of the
with
rundown
Miz right now.
Here's sort of the rundown with where they're doing it. They're going with the storyline saying that Big Show is in financial trouble, and that if he doesn't do what's asked of him, he'd be in breach of his contract. Basically, he could get fired and wouldn't receive any money. So they're trying to say, you're not doing too well financially. You got to do what we say, pretty much. It's sort of like a blackmail kind of thing, where they're saying if you don't do this, then you're out of here and you get nothing. So he's having to do stuff he doesn't want to do. He
doesn't agree with.
Yeah. But this time around it seemed pretty easy for him, because Stephanie was just like, "Hey, Big Show, knock out the Miz." He's like, "All right, boom, down, out." So,
but I was surprised in that, because the Miz was bringing up good points that I figured that Big Show did agree with.
Oh, like which ones?
Like when how he stated he really. I thought it was good. I mean, because there was only two options: let the Shield, right, take out that legend, or Big Show punch him out.
Yeah,
I would go with Big Show punching him out any day rather than Shield go all out and just like beat him to a bloody pulp.
Right.
So, and Miz covered that, and he raised some good points on that. So I was kind of surprised that he did it so willingly, punched him out.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I don't know a lot of the backstory. So
are you referring to willingly as in him knocking out
the Miz?
The Miz? Oh,
yeah.
Well, I don't know why he did it so fast. Other than
unless they're gonna go with, what, this is what I have to do. This is what from now on, whatever they tell me to do, I have to do it.
Yeah.
Oh well.
I don't know. What about you, Doug? Any thoughts on like where they might be going with Big Show? Because he wasn't resilient at all to knock out the Miz. Stephanie was just like, Big Show, knock him out, and Miz was like, what? What are you talking about? Big Show turns him around, knocks him out.
Well, it's hard to comment
right
without seeing it in context.
Right. Okay.
So I mean, I don't know. Like I don't know I hear what you guys are saying, but
without actually saying it.
Yeah, like I don't know the context.
Okay. I mean, it was just it was the fact that it was just really quick. He didn't
like I don't know like like I don't know if like Miz, although he was Noah claims he was making fair points, like I don't know if that kind of rattled Show, if Show was annoyed by the fact that Miz felt like he had the right to bring this stuff up to him. I don't know if the Miz was kind of snippy with him. I'm completely out of context.
Gotcha.
So I don't know if there was a way for him to read how the Miz was saying things. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah. But, I'm sure they'll show replays on it, but it's kind of interesting to see just how quickly he did knock Miz out. But that brought us into the next matchup. Randy Orton going up against RVD. This matchup ended up in a count out after, or a double count out, I should say, after Orton and RVD spilled to the outside, and Orton just didn't seem to care about the win or the loss and continued to attack RVD outside the ring. And, after he left during the commercial break, Alberto Del Rio came out and attacked RVD because it was announced on SmackDown that RVD would again be the number one contender to go up against Del Rio.
But they also showed a clip from last SmackDown about Triple H.
Yeah,
coming there.
Where he said, "Hey, you're gonna be up for the title next at Battleground," and then Del Rio attacked him.
Yeah,
back
and they're
then
questioning if Triple H let him.
It was a setup all along.
I
So
thought that was pretty brutal with Orton attacking after the count out.
yeah,
I was just like, man, he's really giving it to that guy, like really pounding him. All right, never mind. Not to make it sound
Big Hog Daddy. That's
I did
right.
not
Yeah.
mean to make it sound like
Yeah,
No, I made it sound like that.
I'm gonna make you submit.
You tap.
Tap or snap. Yeah.
So yeah, it was it was interesting. I find it kind of I feel like the World Heavyweight Championship could be taken out from the WWE altogether, and hardly anyone would notice. Like, I feel like they're not building hardly any storyline around it. You know, even at SummerSlam, I recently bought the DVD for it. They came out and said, we've got 2 great main events for you tonight. It's going to be CM Punk versus Brock Lesnar and Daniel Bryan versus John Cena. No mention of the World Heavyweight Championship. I was like, wow. So,
did you also pick up that Triple H DVD?
No, I haven't.
You need to get on that.
Well, I do what I want. I've got to get Iron Man 3 first.
Nope.
Yeah, you do. Iron Man 3.
Don't say anything. I haven't seen it yet.
No.
Never got a chance.
There's an additional feature about Sharon Carter from Captain
Iron Man
America.
dies.
Okay.
It's pretty cool. I can't wait to watch it
Also,
myself.
me and Noah are going to talk spoilers free about Iron Man 3 right now.
Spoilers free.
No, I don't like spoiling things, Doug.
Oh, yeah. God, that was stupid.
Although he did spoil a movie for me. I didn't get to see it.
It was an accident.
I meant with
apologize.
spoilers. I meant with spoilers. I'm just stupid.
It was Now You See Me. I didn't.
Can't emphasize how much I'm sorry for that.
What did you say?
I'm not going to say it.
Spoilers for Now You See
I
Me.
always ask for
Right
you to
now.
spoil me, and you never
Yes,
spoil
and
me.
I never do. And it was an
The
accident.
one time I was nice to him, and he was like, "Hey man, can I have a ride to work?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." Before I head over to work,
Can I
and
say something?
in the
Sorry,
process, he
I
spoils
say-
Now You
Can I
See
say
Me.
something
I'm
about
sorry.
spoilers? You know, everyone's always so tight ass about not wanting to hear spoilers. Aber is the
He's like, "Tell
antithesis.
me!"
He's like, Aber doesn't want to experience anything for himself. He's like, just tell me what happened.
I just want to know.
Just tell me the movie. Tell me the
That's so
book.
true. That's
I don't
really
need to
is
see
so
that.
true.
And I spoil him on things too, and he gets pissed off. I really do. About Burn Notice.
So,
Series finale.
I didn't say nothing.
what?
Was it real?
It was his mom.
Michael. Turns out,
Say nothing.
you all right
Oh,
there, Noah?
was it? Because I really didn't know. I didn't watch it.
Stop
Oh, you're
talking about Burn Notice.
Oh, you're
I'm
working
2
it out.
seasons behind, so stop it.
Michael Weston.
Don't diss Michael Weston.
So, anyways,
Back up.
back on Raw, we did get to see a promo for Los Matadores, who will debut on Raw next week. So, no, I don't think you've seen Raw recently. You don't know anything about these guys. You saw this promo. What were your first thoughts?
I really didn't have really a lot of thoughts on it.
Yeah.
So, pretty much it. So,
My bad.
are you throwing sporks at me now?
Now with this, okay. Now here's another tag team that's gonna be coming in. That's gonna be needing wins and stuff like that.
Yeah. And it's saying that they're going to be feuding with the Real Americans to kick things off. So,
Me too. What?
he's asking for money. Delivery money. Check the fridge and see if there's anything for me to drink.
That's the last.
Yeah,
all
that's
right.
fine. I don't care. Just grab something that's in a can. So Los Matadores. We're still recording this? Anyways, so Los Matadores set to debut next week on Raw.
Matadores.
Yes. Expected to feud with the Real Americans. Zeb Coulter has been sending
That'll
out
fit
tweets
into
about
the-
that. Yeah.
Their characters.
So
They're doing the ole.
Ole. So what are you guys' thoughts on Los Matadores? You think they'll make an impact, or will it be just another
Hopefully,
tag
repackaging
team?
them will.
I just hope they have something for them other than let's feud them with the Real Americans. Because what's going to happen once that's done?
I think they're a solid team, but I don't know if the gimmick's going to get over like they want.
Yeah, I don't
It's
know.
gonna be cheesy and like forgettable.
And plus, like everyone's
Fandango.
going to be yelling like,
Primo Epica.
well, they're going to be yelling that, and then also everyone who yelled about
Husky Harris.
no, that too.
Wyatt.
That's too, but that's not the point I was trying to make. Like
Ole.
no. They're gonna everyone who was like whenever Sandow came out and they're like it's just a new genius gimmick and people are gonna be saying that
Oh,
about
yeah.
the Matador thing and it's like
Where's Tito Santana?
yeah they're gonna do that and they're also gonna do the Primo and Epica thing.
And they're also going to be chanting Randy Savage for no reason. Oh, and JBL and Cole and all that. So
All right,
yeah.
thank you.
Noah's with the drinks. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Thank you, Noah. Appreciate it. So yeah, I don't know how I feel about it, but I guess we'll have to see what they do on Raw next week. But backstage, we did get to see a segment.
Orange soda.
Yeah. But backstage, we did get to see Randy Orton going up to Brie Bella and saying, "Hey, did you see that matchup that I had against RVD? You know, you need to drop the 0, get with a hero."
Who said that?
I can't blame him
I'm
for doing that,
paraphrasing,
though.
but
Who said that? Who?
Orton to Brie. So Orton went up to Brie Bella and saying, "That's nothing compared to what I'm going to do to your boyfriend with more clashing of the world, the Earth 1s and 2s."
No, they kind of established it.
Well, this time
She gave him a hug the other week on the way to the ring.
Well, that could have meant anything. Now they're
They are
saying
married.
That's the hug
boyfriend.
of
So-
friendship.
They're not
They're
married.
not married.
They're not married.
And this,
They're
this
boyfriend and
Raw-
girlfriend.
Is no one trying to do fake spoilers to us like we did to him? We're like, no, that's not
That's
it.
if any other topic,
totally
I might
married.
buy
Since
it.
the
but
worlds are colliding, there's 2 Randy Ortons there.
what it's like when worlds collide.
2 Randy Ortons.
Sue Denby is dead.
Where's JoJo in all this? Saying, excuse me. So,
You know what I was?
if we're colliding worlds here,
You know what I got the other day, and I thought about this for like 2 hours straight. I was like, we can fucking do this. I was like, we're gonna re-record. I wanted to before this show, like, but life got too busy, and I was like, we should totally re-record. Go until November for the Diva segment, like the Wyclifs.
Oh,
We should have re-recorded it for Total Diva segment.
sorry.
Yeah.
So,
I was hyped on it. I was like, we're gonna do this.
Damn
I'm calling the guys. We're re-recording this.
So and Noah's
But life
filming us, and
happened.
we're all singing into the mic.
yeah. So,
Flat.
oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. But next up, we got to see Fandango going up against Santino Marella. I felt like this matchup was pretty quick. It was entertaining. The fans definitely having fun with this one. They were happy to see Fandango come out. They were happy to see Santino come out. It was an entertaining matchup. Fandango got some air with that leg drop off the top rope.
Didn't he hit it it didn't fully connect? There was a little bit of his leg that hit his head or something. It wasn't fully.
I don't know. I was mostly just looking at how high into the air he got. So, but Fandango picks up the win on that one. A nice fun matchup and nothing really to complain about that.
I found it enjoyable.
Yeah, it was pretty good. So next up, we got to see CM Punk come out in his hometown of Chicago wearing the Blackhawks jersey. Fans going crazy nuts for
He
him.
got me pumped about the hockey.
Yeah. And you're not,
I've watched the hockey that was down here,
mhm.
and I liked it, but I don't know. He got me pumped.
It was a good underdog story is what he
I
was
agree.
telling. And he definitely got the crowd pumped up. And so he did just a phenomenal job. His passion got the better of him. He let a few words fly, but other than that, it was
I don't know if I'm gonna enjoy this Ryback situation with Heyman.
yeah, and it's really weird seeing Ryback coming out saying, "I got him, Paul. I got him. That's what happens to bullies. I don't like bullies." He's sort of gone into 4th grade or something. I got him. Did you see that? I don't like bullies. They lose.
I understand they're giving Ryback to Heyman, I guess, to
Yeah.
help him out.
He needs a mouthpiece.
I still don't like him.
So and even whenever Heyman gave the microphone to Paul Heyman, or Paul Heyman gave the microphone to Ryback, he was doing then I don't like bullies. It was comical the way he was trying to say it. I don't know.
But what was that last thing where he threw Punk onto some table? I don't know.
Yeah.
It looked like it hit something.
Yeah.
Hit his back or something.
They crawled up on top of one of the stage parts or something, and Ryback threw Punk off a table, off that into a table, and the landing was just rough. It just looked really bad.
Also, it was reported on Facebook. I'm friends with WWE. So
It's not like you're friends with them,
I guess friends. I don't know.
because I know
One of
you're
those.
friends with a lot of guys in the back.
Yeah.
So
Big God, Danny.
the sexy tour.
Yeah.
But they said that I think they said Miz is injured and CM Punk's injured.
Well, that could have been just played up. Because,
That's what. Yeah.
Because after all, they did. Punk came back out. And
Big Daddy
he
cock
fought.
injured. It's cock.
But after all, Punk came back out and fought off Ryback and
Big Daddy
Axel,
cock,
so-
Big Cock Daddy. They're brothers.
So that could have just been storyline. But yeah,
I like how he's just powering through you saying cock a bunch.
the fight, the brawl itself, I thought was okay.
Cockfight.
Yeah, I just gotta, just keep going.
If I don't
Just
respond
look
to
down
Bailey,
that
they'll stop
road.
saying cock.
I see the end and it is near, and I'm
the
just
cock.
trying to get there. So, but yeah, the brawl I felt was okay. I thought the mic work from Paul Heyman was great. The mic work from
I understand them are
Punk was
they're all
awesome.
out of the whole Triple H thing, like we talked about.
Yeah, they are. Excuse me. Yeah, they have like nothing to do with this Triple H and Stephanie McMahon storyline. What are you writing there, Noah? Huh? Well, no. What are you
You
writing?
guys can continue.
No, what are you writing? What are you writing?
Big
Is
cock
it a love
daddy.
note to Big Cock Diesel Nash?
No.
Oh.
I was just. I don't want to interrupt the schedule. Of
No, go
when you're
ahead.
going
What's
for-
let me see.
Oh.
Let's
All
see
right,
it.
All right, I'll just tell you.
Okay.
All right, it was just.
Can I see that to double check?
What? Okay.
Okay.
All right. During the last podcast, you guys were talking about a question
Mm-hmm.
that Jonathan
Yeah.
asked
Red Robin.
Jump!
about X-Men.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to interrupt your schedule.
No,
I was
you're
going to
fine.
ask if we could do afterwards. But I wanted to put my 2 cents in because I don't think I mentioned what my favorite X-Men is. And it's actually a tie. I know this has nothing to do with wrestling.
Wait, it's not time for that. That's not this
Well,
segment.
that's why it's.
Well, I noticed he was writing, and so
And I was going to wait to ask.
I don't want him passing love notes.
Tyler wrote that. I thought that's what Noah's reminder.
No, that's not what I put. I
That
didn't
looks like
write
your
that.
handwriting now.
That's
Big
not
cock
my
daddy.
handwriting. I did not put that.
You didn't put what?
All right. Anyway, do you want me to continue?
Well,
or
I
no?
think
Save it for the quick
Okay,
Q&A
all right, that's
section.
what I suggested, and then Daniel said for me to go on.
Well, when you're
Okay.
writing stuff like that.
I did not put that.
You didn't put what?
This is what I put. Gosh.
You didn't put Big Cock Daddy? This show is derailed so much. There's no way. But I hope our listeners are enjoying it. At least getting a lot of laughs. But yeah, so the Punk promo was great and all that. Moving on.
Apologize for interrupting.
Whatever.
Hey, you told
We
me
got to
say.
see the Total Divas going up against the Real Divas, and they did make a mention that the show Total Divas is on break for a while, so maybe they'll get to have. all
Hurts
kind of
my
fun.
heart.
Yeah, you gonna be okay?
Yeah, I'll be all right. I'll power through.
It's something
I'm
It's
sad I missed that match.
yeah.
I thought you said you're sad because you missed that show.
What?
Total
No,
Divas. Did you watch Total Divas?
No,
Noah?
that was whenever Castle came on. So I was just like, man, that was the last hour. So
Oh, okay. So at this point, you don't get to see the rest of what
I
happened.
saw all the way the whole CM Punk thing, but I didn't see anything after that.
Okay.
So
All right. Well, what did you think about the CM Punk promo with him talking on the mic?
I was hoping that he was gonna get a couple more hits in on what's the guy? That
Paul
he-
Heyman?
Yeah, Paul Heyman.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, he really got hurt pretty badly by those by Ryback and Axel, right?
Yes.
Do you
Curtis
like
Axel.
Ryback?
Not particularly. So, but I really haven't seen a lot of Ryback wrestling, so
Okay.
I don't know.
He likes to eat at Cracker Barrel.
Yeah. He does.
Are you
It's not-
saying that I like to eat at Crackle
No,
Barrel or
Ryback
Ryback likes
does.
to? Okay, all right.
Do you like Cracker Barrel?
Yes, I love Crackle Barrel. It's delicious food.
Crackle.
So.
So the Total Divas end up
Would you
defeating
say
Real
you
Divas.
want us to feed you more Cracker Barrel?
It's a legitimate question, Noah.
Quit playing with that. Keep playing with that.
So, anyways, the Total Divas end up defeating the Real Divas. I felt that it was weird that Brie was sort of portraying the face, version of herself, I guess.
Can I ask a question about this?
You just did. All right.
Is this Earth 1 and 2?
It's Earth 1 and 2
combined fighting
because the Total Divas don't get along on the show.
That's
apparently,
a total crisis
and now,
thing, like DC Comics style happening.
yeah.
Why don't you steal my joke I said last week?
So I'm sorry.
So
Cool.
but yeah,
No worries.
Tyler, what did you think about this matchup? It was a short match that didn't even last very long.
Yeah, it was unforgettable.
Yeah,
No, I don't really remember
Unforgettable?
too much about.
or totally forgettable.
I don't know.
I already forgot it. All right. So next up, we got to see Daniel Bryan come out. Crowd was super hot for him. Basically saying, I don't care how many matches you put me in. I'm gonna beat Randy Orton.
Yeah.
And,
I like how all this stuff is not getting him down. He's just determined.
Yeah.
I'm going to get through this.
Yeah. He said I've been down and out and all that. So, doesn't matter. I'm gonna keep fighting, and he's gonna fight for the boys in the back, fight for the fans and all that. So I thought it was a pretty good little promo. Wasn't too bad. The Shield come down, and Lawler and Cole seem to be like, he better hope that the rest of his team come out to help him. And as soon as the Shield hop the barricade, they are attacked by Cody Rhodes and Goldust.
Yeah.
So I like this. It was, it looked like something that was unscripted, but Goldust had the face paint on, so it's like, well, you kind of have to, play to that. Not to mention that that Cole and JBL and King were all saying, "Oh, it's Cody Rhodes. He's not even supposed to be here."
Eventually down the road, that's who the Shield's going to lose to, their tag team champ.
Hey, you never know. But they are, playing up the feud, and for those who follow Goldust or Cody Rhodes on Twitter and all that, they've been posting, these guys are just biding their time before we, get our revenge on what happens. But that happens. Cody and Goldust are escorted out, and then the main event, the 11-on-3 matchup begins once they come back from commercial. I felt like this match, for what it was exciting. The crowd was definitely hot for it. All three members of the Shield looked great. They eliminated a few guys.
Yeah.
And
what's up?
Yeah. I liked the fact that, when Roman Reigns got tagged in to square off against Titus O'Neil, the fans started applauding. They're like, these are two guys we'd like to see just go at it.
Yeah.
I mentioned this on Facebook, and someone did say, well, you have to credit Titus O'Neil for this as well. But we kind of talked about it last week, and it really shows how much, Roman Reigns has developed over the past year. He's established himself as a big man. So for him to get in the ring, go up against Titus O'Neil shows, okay, he's a I'll buy into this. He's a threat. So it was a good match. It was a fun match. If you get a chance, check it out again, and or for the first time. But it was pretty good. It ended up being Daniel Bryan, the Usos, and Dolph Ziggler getting the victory for the whole team. I don't know if it was comeuppance kind of feel that was going on, but what happened was that Seth Rollins was the last person in the ring for the Shield, and it was Daniel Bryan, the Usos, and then Ziggler on the ropes, and they all got in Shield style, beat him down and stuff like that. So, it's, I'm not really sure how I feel about that. The crowd was going nuts for it because it's like, oh, the Shield's getting a taste of their own medicine, but,
Well, can I just add that, and my opinion means nothing because I didn't see it, so anything I know about it is out of context.
Okay.
But I don't like the idea of, unless this is like, I realize a lot of people's complaint is that it's been too bleak for people, not that the baby faces haven't gotten any measure of like, retaliation against these guys, especially Bryan is getting his ass kicked every week, and other things have looked really bleak. But I think that, and again, I didn't see how they set up the match, but I don't like the idea of the baby faces getting a handicap match. I don't like the idea of the baby faces ever having a
higher
numbers
number.
advantage.
Yeah.
Because
it was
I think
definite numbers advantage.
and it wasn't just like a slight advantage. It was like 11-on-3, which, in my opinion, like again,
3 guys holding one guy down, 3 guys holding another guy down, 3 guys holding the third guy down, and then you still got 2 guys just going back and forth kicking people.
Right. See, so like again, and I didn't see it, but in my opinion, that kind of baby faces the Shield a little bit. Like you don't want to, you don't want the crowd to sympathize with the Shield. Like the crowd, in my opinion, just hearing that feels like a lot of sympathy could be cast on the Shield in that situation, and I think that's a problem.
It definitely could have, but in this one, they were in Chicago, so when the Shield came down, they got their big ovation. But this was one of those matches that the Shield looks strong. They dominated for.
So they would look like fiery baby faces fighting against the odds.
Yeah, pretty much. They started off pretty strong. They eliminated RVD, who his arm was taped up and
they did the injured and Kofi. It was next.
Yeah, and then they took out the Justin Gabriel and Zack Ryder and sort of the jobber guys.
Justin Gabriel was quick.
Yeah,
it was like he came off the ropes and Roman Reigns speared him and
said, "This is for JoJo, bastard."
Yeah, Roman Reigns hit some sickening spears. I mean, they looked so good. It was, and the crowd was going nuts for it.
Them? I'm kidding. I love you, Noah.
Oh, that facial expression is so good.
I'm just saying,
yeah, that's one of the reasons why I have the problem with it. The match itself was enjoyable. I don't want to discredit it. I enjoyed watching that matchup, but I'm with you. Like as soon as Triple H announced it to start the show, the Shield kind of looked back and was like, "Is this guy serious? Like he's doing that to us?" So it kind of did have that sympathetic heel feel. It's like, well, why is he throwing them under the bus like that?
Before people start going crazy, like at home, like throwing their earbuds around and shit. Like I understand the idea of comeuppance, but it doesn't feel like this is the part of the story where they get the comeuppance. It just felt like a weird throwaway main event 1 week on a Raw. You know what I mean? Like I don't. Again, I didn't see the show, but I saw last week's show, and if that's where you told me they logically progressed to from last week, I would have thought it felt a little weird. I didn't see it. Just for me, I think that's a problem.
Yeah, I think it was at the end of the match, Daniel Bryan ended up getting the pin, and Cole sort of made the notion that he's the new leader of the locker room. They're like, oh, this could have major ramifications. Like, it could be a great thing for Daniel Bryan, or it could be a horrible thing for him. How is this going to play out? Is this their new guy in the locker room? They're saying this is our representative, stuff like that. So I can see where they're going with it by saying, by him being that guy who keeps on fighting, we're going to fight with him, we're going to fight for him. But an 11-on-3 just is not that fair.
Right.
No matter how you look at it, whether it be all heels going up against 3 faces or the other way around.
It's like they don't have anything to win. If they win, they should have won, and if they lost, then they look like dumbasses.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
then although some people were posting saying, "Oh, the Shield's gonna win, or Orton's gonna interfere," and that didn't happen.
That's just
gone
weird
down to
maybe
2 or 1, of the 11.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it was 4 people surviving that, and that's how they closed out Raw with Daniel Bryan leading in the yes chant. So, all in all, I felt like it was good. Once again, the Chicago crowd, top-notch performance from those guys. They had just as much fun as, you could tell that the wrestlers were having fun with the night, because of the crowd. Anytime they're in Chicago, it's like that. It's always good. But during the night, they also did make the announcement that the WWE roster for 2K14 has been announced. You can go to WWE.com and check that out. Or you can listen to our very own Tyler, Don't Call Me a Bear, and he will give you the rundown right now.
Okay, so I'm going to say the rest of the roster. I gave a few weeks ago, I did the Legend, or I forgot what it's called, but there was some mode. The ones that were already announced. But okay, here's the rest.
30 years of WrestleMania,
That's
guys.
it. Yeah. AJ Lee, Oksana, she's going to be new.
Oh.
Antonio Cesaro, Brodus Clay, Christian, Cody Rhodes, Damian Sandow, Daniel Bryan, David Otunga. Where's he at? Dean Ambrose, Drew McIntyre, Eddie Guerrero, Heath Slater. Yeah, I can't say that. Jack Swagger, Jinder Mahal, Justin Gabriel, Caitlyn, Kane, Kofi Kingston, Layla, Lita, Mark Henry, Mr. McMahon, Natalia, R-Truth, Roman Reigns, Santino Marella, Seth Rollins, Sheamus, Sin Cara, Stephanie McMahon, Tensai, The Great Khali, Titus O'Neil, Wade Barrett, and Zack Ryder. There's one that just popped in my head that they didn't put in there. I swear that I thought he would make the cut unless he's DLC. Is Fandango.
Maybe. Oh, they might make him.
No. You gotta let the A's breathe, Abe.
What?
You gotta let the A's breathe.
Went over my head. I was like, what?
So there you go. Thanks very much, Tyler. It comes out October 29th?
26 and 29.
Somewhere around there. One of those dates. I don't know. But anyways, check this out.
You're listening to a special interview segment for the official podcast for WrestlingNewsSource.com.
Okay, folks, joining us on the show this week, a former WWE diva, the current First Lady of Ring of Honor, the beautiful Maria Kanellis. Maria, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you for having me.
Oh, we certainly do appreciate you. We're having you on today because Ring of Honor recently announced the partnership with the No Hate campaign. For all of information on that, you can go to No Hate. That's NOH8 campaign.com. Can you give us a little detail as to what the campaign's all about for those who might not have heard?
It's about marriage equality. It's about not bullying other people. It's about not having hatred towards someone just because you don't understand or agree with what they believe in. I've done the campaign twice before, once on my own and then once with my fiance, Michael Bennett. And now this will be the third time doing it. But this time, it's a much bigger experience because a lot of the Ring of Honor talent are going to be taking part in the campaign. And we're also doing an open call. So if anybody is in Philadelphia and wants to come and do the photo shoot for the No Hate campaign, we will be doing the shoot from 3 until 6 o'clock, and that will be at the Armory before the Ring of Honor show that night. And the Ring of Honor show that night is incredible. But even if you aren't a Ring of Honor fan, or if you're not necessarily, going to be there for that night to be able to come to the show, you should definitely come out and do the No Hate campaign. It's a great cause.
Absolutely.
And it's a really great experience.
Definitely. It's going to be all kinds of fun. The Ring of Honor always puts on a great show. But going into your career, you actually got your start in wrestling by being a contestant in the WWE Diva Search. Can you take us through your thoughts of when you first got the call that you had been chosen for that?
Oh, my goodness. I remember just being so extremely excited. I always have a sense about where my career is going to go, and even then I thought I was going to get a phone call. So I was kind of prepared, but nothing prepares you for the first time going backstage. And I was a huge fan of wrestling, so every guy that I saw backstage, I knew who they were. I was a fan of them. So it was a tremendous experience for me. I'm really grateful that I got that experience, and it just led to more and more exciting things.
And it's got to be kind of weird thinking back that it's almost been 10 years now since that moment.
It has, but to me, it's a big blur. For me, it doesn't feel like 10 years. Mm-hmm. And I love that I'm still a part of wrestling. I love being in Ring of Honor. So I think I finally found my home in wrestling.
Very cool. And you did mention, leading to other numerous opportunities for you, being, the cover of Playboy, being on The Apprentice, as well as appearing on, as guest host on many other shows. What do you think that you'd be doing now if you had not received that call?
Oh, I'd be somewhere in entertainment. I always was going to be an entertainer. I knew from when I was very young that I wanted to be an entertainer. So that dream would have stuck with me no matter where it ended up going. I had already done Outback Jack, which was another reality show before WWE. I had been a Hawaiian Tropic model for several years. So I just knew that I wanted to be an entertainer.
Mm-hmm. And, during your time with WWE, they had you sort of play a, quote, dumb blonde character, despite you're a very intelligent woman. You're actually in school right now. Did you ever have like sort of any negative feelings to being put in that position, or were you just, having fun and making the most of it?
Every now and again, I think so, but I'm thankful for it because I love the motivation of trying something and making it really great and believable. And playing dumb can get very annoying if it's not done right. An actress can look very irritating on camera if she plays it wrong. So for me, it was just that motivation and that challenge of making sure that I was playing it just right. So I'm so thankful for that experience because now it gives me an inspiration to go completely on the other end of the spectrum.
As WrestleMania grew closer, there were talks of you possibly returning, but those plans got canceled. Can you take us through that, and would you be open for a return?
Well, I mean, at WrestleMania time, before WrestleMania time, I gotten contacted by WWE. They wanted to bring me back. We had agreed on all the details, and a month later I get a phone call saying they weren't moving forward with the storyline. I thought it was a bit fishy, so I called a few friends. I have a few people that are backstage that tell me what's going on. And I found out it was the Bella Twins. And, they not only took away my job, but two other girls' jobs as well. And, it's just sad, and I pity them. I pity their ignorance, and I pity their insecurity, and they'll get theirs. I mean, that's life, and I would have worked with them, and I don't like them. I think that I don't really get, where they're coming from on a lot of things, but I would have worked with them because I'm a professional, and the fact that they can't do that, it really does make me feel sorry for them.
Yeah, and you hear the phrase, backstage politics thrown around a lot of, some people like to ignore it, other people say, yeah, it's there. Did you ever encounter any of that?
Oh, yeah, sure. I mean, it's always there. It's there in any job. It doesn't matter if you're a wrestler or if you work at Jimmy John's. I mean, there's politics no matter what career you choose. So, yeah, I encountered it. I mean, this was the worst of it. But that happens, and I'm thankful for it now. I mean, I love what I'm doing now. I love that I have the opportunity to work with my fiance. I'm going back to school, and my goals are to become a producer and a director. So, even though that sucks what happened this year, you got to make the most of it. Things happen, and it really is up to you to decide what happens next.
Absolutely. And you did mention your fiance, Mike Bennett. Obviously in the wrestling world that, a relationship can be a very strenuous thing due to travel issues. But, how does it feel knowing that, y'all can travel together, y'all can go around? How does it feel to sort of have that out of the way?
Well, he's my best friend. So I don't necessarily feel like we have the typical relationship where, you're just boyfriend and girlfriend or, I really feel like he's my best friend. So we have a lot of fun on the road. We like to eat the same things, drink the same things. We love to go to the gym together. So we really do have the best relationship.
That's very good. It's always nice whenever you can, be yourself around the person. Do you have like any interesting road stories between you two?
Oh gosh, interesting road stories. Well, we recently moved all of my stuff from Los Angeles to Chicago.
Oh, man.
And my dad has a very large truck and a very large trailer. Well, on the way back, we broke down twice.
Oh.
And so, of course, Mike, needing his workout in, starts working out on the side of the road. Now, let me just say, we were in Utah, and it was probably 110 degrees out. So that was probably the most extreme. And we were doing good on time, too, which makes it ridiculous.
That's never fun, being on the side of the highway, especially in a different state. But going back into some of the stuff that you do, you are a spokesperson for Pay the Fan, an online fantasy football website. Do you follow fantasy football? Do you have a top quarterback? Do you follow any sports like that?
You can compete against me on Pay the Fan. So you can check out all of that on paythefan.com.
Very cool. We do have a question that we like to ask the majority of our guests on the show. It's the connection of comic books to wrestling. You know, there seems to be just some connection there with a good majority of them. Did you ever get into comics? Do you still follow comics? If so,
I love graphic art. I've never been one to really read comic books, but I love the graphic artists. And I've gone to so many Comic Cons, and I've met a lot of the artists, and I think that it's such a cool thing. I've always loved comic books. I think wrestlers feel like we're superheroes in some way. So we definitely have that connection.
Absolutely. You know, especially in the eyes of a younger fan, you know, the wrestlers being larger than life. You know, with your time in WWE, you know, with the Divas division being so large, you know, and TNA having their women's division being considered one of the best at the time, you know, what are your thoughts on the women's division thinning out like it has with the likes of Mickie James and Victoria leaving?
Oh, you know, it's always a strange transition when anybody goes from, you know, leaves a company or when there's a movement happening. And I'm excited for the girls. I think that they're going to have great opportunities moving forward. They've got a lot of great girls that are working there, that are working their tails off to make the division better and better. So I'm excited for them. I know that a lot of people are, you know, they say that the division is no good or whatever. To me, I think that there's a lot of good women that are working there right now. I think that AJ is doing an incredible job. Caitlin's awesome. I've always been a fan of Layla and Natalia. And so I feel like the division is going to go in a very positive way. But, you know, at the same time, everybody's going to say what they're going to say. And, you know, I think that it's what they make of it right now.
And, you know, going back a little bit into your personal life, you know, they say after marriage comes the baby carriage. Are there any plans for you to slow down or settle down anytime soon after the vows are said?
You know, we'll get married and then we'll take it from there. I'm not ready to settle. I'm still going to school. I'm going to probably be in school for the next 2 to 3 years. I'm not ready to be sitting at home. But even if I do have kids, I do not think that there will ever come a time where I'll just be doing nothing. I can't imagine myself ever being that way. I'm not going to be slowing down, I don't think, after kids. But who knows? I mean, I've never done it, so you know, only time will tell.
Absolutely. What are you going to school for?
I'm going to film school. Right now I'm just getting my gen eds out of the way, and then I'll be going off to film school. All
right. Sounds good. Do you have any upcoming events or appearances?
This weekend, we're doing the 2 Ring of Honor shows. We've got the pay-per-view, the taping on Friday, and then we have the TV taping on Saturday, and those will be in Philadelphia at the Armory. And then next weekend, we have another Ring of Honor show. But you can always check me out and see what I'm doing on my Twitter page. That's Maria L. Kanellis. You can also check out my website, which is mariakanellis.com. And my Facebook is official Maria Kanellis. And if you want to compete against me in fantasy football, go to paythefan.com.
Very cool. If you could sum up your career in 3 words or less, what would they be?
3 words. Passion is my motivation. There's 4. So wherever passion takes me, that's where my career goes.
I'll take it. Again, for more information, go to maria-kanellis.org. Facebook.com/official Maria Kanellis, at Maria L. Kanellis on Twitter. You can go to ringofhonorwrestling.com and nohatecampaign.com. Maria, it has certainly been a pleasure to have you on. We do appreciate you coming on.
Well, thank you so much. You have a great evening.
Thank you. And there you go. It's always nice to have Maria on. We certainly do appreciate her coming on the show. Hope you enjoyed that lovely interview.
I'm gonna tell you a little story. It's probably not gonna be that good.
Everybody's ears just like perked up.
I was like, what?
No.
He's
It's probably not gonna be that good of a story, but
Is it the one about Noah having the Playboy issue of Maria?
No.
Abel's going off the
deny it.
script.
It has something to do with my family. So,
The script.
so this past Sunday, I was working with my dad, and my grandpa was there. Well, my dad left, and then me and my grandpa were talking for a while, and I was telling him I was sleepy because I didn't get that much hours of sleep. And he goes, I stay up to at times 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and he goes, I watch wrestling at night. I was like, really? You do? And he couldn't say the name, but I was like, last night they were fighting for the championship. I was like, I watch it almost every night, and I like it. I was like, is it ROH? He goes, yeah. And I don't know, that just made me happy. It just it put a smile on my face.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Nice. All right.
I know it's not nothing, but I just wanted to say that because I thought it was pretty neat.
Well, yeah. Well, that's pretty cool. Do appreciate that. I would say that there's hot topics, but I didn't really look anything up. Rock tweets Stephanie McMahon.
Don't forget.
New Ring of Honor World Champion Adam Cole.
Yes. Congratulations to Adam
Adam
Cole.
Cole,
Thank you
former
very
guest.
much.
Go check
Appreciate
that interview
that.
out.
Yes. Go back and listen to all of our past interviews on our YouTube page, WNS Video. Adam Cole. Congratulations to another one of our former guests, Tommaso Ciampa. Got married this past weekend, so took the big plunge on that one. So, and for those who happen to follow TNA or Impact, whatever you want to call it, I saw just the one clip with AJ and Dixie Carter. Doug, did you happen to see that clip?
Yeah.
I'd like to get your thoughts on that because
That's just dumb, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. What can you say besides
Styles.
bad.
It's a guy.
what?
Because you said AJ.
Oh, he's
Dixie
thinking
Carter. I was
AJ
like,
Lee.
He's like, yeah, AJ.
Big
guy. That's a guy.
He's
No, it's the wrong AJ you're thinking about.
he's the phenomenal one.
He's like, yeah.
Yeah.
AJ, I go AJ Styles. He's like, yeah.
And no, that's cool, man. I support you.
Good job.
I think
Noah.
that's awesome.
Big
man.
cock daddy.
No,
We're happy
it was a
for you.
misunderstanding.
We're happy for you.
Why
Don't
are
worry
you
about
so, adamant about it's okay? It's cool, man.
it. You're
I'm just
among
saying
friends,
it was
buddy.
a misunderstanding. That is all.
All right, don't be so defensive.
Whoa.
Love is love, brother. That's a shoot.
So AJ Styles, male wrestler for Impact Wrestling, had a discussion with Dixie Carter, female. You can. All right. So what did you think, Doug?
I can't follow the oh yeah stuff. You can't even. I can't even take TNA seriously. I don't know, man.
What were they doing again?
Dixie turned heel, apparently, calling it. She basically.
She shouldn't be on camera. Come on, man. Like she just run the. I don't.
She originally came out and she was acting like she was about to
You remember
cry.
Dixie Carter?
She's the one that let us hold the belt.
Yes, we held her belt.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
So
You
Wasn't
got her
that
to
the
sign
pre-
the ticket. Remember?
Yeah, wasn't that the
Owner.
the owner? Yeah.
so
Super nice lady.
She really was.
Should stay backstage and not be an on-air talent.
agreed. But she basically came out and was acting like she was, really upset because AJ was saying that, ever since she came along, all the X Division guys, all the guys who made TNA have been cast out. He was like, "Where's Low Key? Where's all of these guys?" And so she came out acting like she was about to break down and cry, and then she ends up pulling out this heel-ish promo on him, basically saying,
She's like, listen, bitch.
"Well, not to that extreme, but it was just bad." So yeah, there you go. So yeah, I don't know. Take it for what you will. So I can't follow it. The only time I follow TNA is whenever they say, "Oh man, check out this awesome thing or crazy thing or terrible thing," mostly terrible.
Has
Check
it
out
gone
this-
hill? lately? I mean, has TNA gone downhill lately? 'Cause I remember
See, I was
watching
totally
it.
confused. He said, has it gone hill?
No,
Yeah,
no,
like
no.
heel. They turned bad.
Has it gone
The
downhill?
promotion went heel.
Because I used to like it. I mean, Tyler got me into it the first time we went to Orlando because we got to go to two matches.
They tried to take
And
the show on the
Impact
road. Yeah, they left Orlando. They tried to take the show on the road,
Now it's too expensive.
but yeah, it's becoming too expensive.
they're
So
going
they've
to
been
Nashville.
letting people go. They've been like firing people from the company.
But haven't a lot of those been picked back up that used to be on WWE back up on WWE? Like Christian, is he still on WWE?
Yes,
Or Nash, is he still WWE? No. But he was he was picked up at one
Booker T.
point.
yeah, Booker
Uh,
T.
Yeah, Booker T.
But this hasn't happened recently.
No,
I know,
no,
but
no.
I mean, like since I've watched and stuff like that, they've lost a lot of those big ones. But I didn't
RVD.
realize that its popularity has decreased. It sounds like you're saying.
It's just they haven't been putting on a good show.
Anderson is where I draw the line. If he comes back to the Fed,
Yeah, that'll be
Well,
pretty bad.
we know for sure that they put on good house shows.
Yeah, they put on excellent house shows, but the fact is, their storylines are so just thrown up in the air.
Yeah.
Like they're just like
Such
throw it
no
all
face.
up, grab one and grab this one. Okay, we'll go with that. And it's become just like a cluster. Sure. Yeah, it's just their money handling hasn't been well. They're getting rid of wrestlers.
Hulk is still
His contract expires at the end of the year, as well as Eric Bischoff's, and they're
he's
working backstage.
Good.
Strictly, but they're expecting Hogan to possibly not re-sign because his expenses are too high.
Yeah.
So
He has to
same
take care of his hand, and
Yeah.
him
there's
versus
also
the
some
Pope.
speculation, like some of the shit Hogan's been talking in interviews about TNA. There's some speculation that some people think he may be trying to get let out of his contract to get try to get one last big payday at WrestleMania 30.
I wouldn't put it past him, not one bit. So
He's gonna be wrestling until he dies, or try to wrestle.
yeah, so it's gonna be bad. But
I lost my leg, but I still want to wrestle.
come in.
I'm knocking on wood because I don't want that karma on me. That it's like
gotcha.
he's gonna die.
Nice. So yeah, we'll have to see how it all plays out. As time. Sting is another one whose contract expires this year. Although he's been doing he's been doing year to year to year.
He's gonna
forever.
leave for a while and come back, and everyone's
Yeah.
gonna be super excited.
It's the big reveal, the return of Sting for the 8th time. Yeah. So
and the rumors of he almost signed with WWE, but I can't leave the fans of TNA.
they'll go to WWE. Don't worry.
Hopefully.
But yeah.
Won that poll.
And also in a recent interview with Stone Cold Steve Austin, he said, the longer and longer he waits, the more and more time goes down the road. The chances of him wrestling again are pretty slim. So would love to see that one big match, that dream match that everyone wants to see at WrestleMania, Punk versus Stone Cold Steve Austin, just because they're good friends, and I think they'd put on a pretty good matchup. And with Austin coming out saying he's felt really good, that he's had time to relax, have whatever surgeries he needed to.
Has he
recovered
been
from
doing
them.
TDP yoga?
I don't know. I don't think so. But yeah. So, there you go. So there's some hot topics for you. Time to go into the Q&A portion of the show. Your questions, our answers. Question coming to us from Thomas. Drop it low, son.
Drop it low, son. Drop it low, son. Hey,
No, you do
can
it.
Noah do it?
Sure, Noah.
Do it.
Knock it out of the park.
Thomas wants to hear it. Can you drop it low?
Drop it low, son. Drop it low, son.
Hey!
How low can you go? How low?
So Thomas says, hey guys, a lot of people were comparing Bryan's fight against the regime with what Austin did in the Attitude Era, but do you guys think there will ever be a guy who could successfully replicate the Steve Austin role of beer drinking renegade representing the aspirations of the everyman to shove it to his boss?
No,
I don't know
and
if
no
I
one
would
should
want to see
try.
it.
Yeah, I would agree with that one, just because everyone who ever who would ever attempt it, they're just gonna be like, oh, he's trying to be like Austin. Oh, he's trying to be like Austin. Oh, this is a copy and paste. This is, they're just copying, and people have to understand that eventually storylines are gonna run out, and they might rehash some of this stuff. And it's like, well, it worked before. Let's see how it works with this current audience, this current generation of people. So, but, with the demographic that they're in right now, you can't really have the beer drinking, cursing guy. I think Daniel.
Yeah, the cursing, but no beer.
Yeah, but I think Daniel Bryan is a good fit for it right now. He's the guy who's never, he's not going to give up. He's going to keep fighting and stuff. So
right. I don't know. Noah said something. He said it's no fun without.
You have to speak into the microphone.
I said it's no fun without the beer.
And titties.
And?
You really want me to say that?
Misogynist.
Yeah.
Beer and titties.
There you go. And don't forget to tip the pizza delivery person.
That was one time. It was an accident.
Not only was it
I've
one
never
time,
done
it was
delivery before.
not only was it one time, it was
done
the
DiGiorno.
first time.
Look, listen.
It was the first time.
No, how old are you?
I'm 27.
You've never. This is your
27,
first time.
That was the first time. I'm always a carry-out type of person.
Or DiGiorno.
You've never. You didn't
actually never
realize
had
you
a
should
DiGiorno.
tip the delivery people, which is the weirdest thing ever. Hey, you can't shut it down. Noah wants to address the Red Robin question from the other week. He
That's
said he
right.
wanted to talk
Yes.
about it. Also, I know
That's
Seth
right.
Rickson has a shameless plug. I don't think you've been on the list.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, let
Look
me
at me. I'm just running this shit.
He's doing it, so there you go. Seth Rickson does say, I know you guys are always for smaller indie feds, so I thought I would share this for some of your fans in Wisconsin. This coming Friday, what is it? The Mole Lake Casino. Go and check out the Wisconsin Pro Wrestling. Saturday, September 28th. Doors open at 6 p.m. Bell time at 7. Special half-hour meet and greet at 6 p.m. Seats are first come, first serve. Free admission, so there you go.
WisconsinProWrestling.com.
WisconsinProWrestling.com. There's going to be an after party with the WPW wrestlers and karaoke.
Ain't no fun if the homies can't have none.
Yeah,
We don't get that. We don't get no after parties with the wrestlers.
No karaoke.
I'm sure we could. if
Tyler,
we
you don't go to
asked.
shows anyway.
I know.
Yeah, that's right. We did get to go see Hurricane Pro Wrestling, and Jim got beat down. So
It got written out.
yeah, it wasn't very pleasant. Whatever Tyler just whispered in your ear, Noah, you say it, and you say it loud,
I'm proud.
loud and
Do
proud,
Do it.
loud and proud.
Do it.
That's right. So, so there you go.
No,
So
the floor is yours.
if you're in Wisconsin, make sure to go to the Mole Lake Casino
Free
Lodge.
admission.
Yeah, free admission
And an after party, that's a steal. Come
yeah,
on, people. Wisconsin.
half hour meet and greet at 6 p.m. Free admission and an after party.
Yeah, come on. If
And
you live in
karaoke.
Get your
Wisconsin,
asses to that
get
show.
the
Didn't you
fuck
guys
over
mention
there.
karaoke?
Yes,
No.
karaoke.
I'm the king of karaoke.
What's your song?
My song, I Believe in a Thing Called Love
No,
by
no,
the
no,
Darkness.
no. What's your idiot boyfriend song or whatever?
Oh, Idiot Boyfriend by Jimmy Fallon.
what you want.
And then if I have a good enough
what
Fergie, Boom Boom Pow by the Black Eyed Peas.
Who's your duet partner?
I'm gonna screw it up. Yeah.
No, it's not
I'm
Tyler.
an idiot.
I'll
And
go
I'm
do
your
Fergie next time.
boyfriend. Yes, I am.
Can I be your Fergie next time? Do it, Noah. Let's do it. Come on. Bust it out.
No.
Gonna get real drunk and call my baby up and o'clock in the night. I'm an idiot. Pick up the phone.
Now, boom, boom, pow, go.
Here we go. Saturday radio, y'all. Here with the boom, boom. Beats on big on separate.
Shitting on y'all with the.
Boom.
So there you go. Submit
Don't
your
forget to
questions.
record that executive produced by Noah. Bit.
Yes. So there you go. Big thanks to Noah for coming out. We certainly do appreciate
Thanks
that.
Did you
for,
want me to mention that thing about the comic book question?
Yeah, go ahead.
You
Why
have any
not?
plugs,
What was
Noah?
I mentioned I didn't see the listen to the show last week, but I heard that you guys mentioned a comment that Jonathan asked, and I commented towards it, and I never answered. It was involving what are your favorite X-Men? Mine would have to be 2. One would be X-Man from Age of Apocalypse. Great story, great saga. And the other would be a version of Wolverine, if any of you have ever read it, Old Man Logan. That was a great comic book. His character was just awesome. Possibly the bloodiest Wolverine comic book you will ever see.
Well,
Yeah, Old Man Logan's cool, but Millar in general is hit or miss with me.
We do actually have one other question for this week. It's from Ben saying, just curious, do you guys watch NXT on Hulu? It's free to watch and it's pretty good.
I don't have Hulu. What I usually do is try to catch it when someone throws it up on YouTube before they yank it off of YouTube.
Yeah.
And that's how I catch my NXT. Is this Ben who had the Wrestling Nerd podcast, Ben?
I think so.
What happened to that show?
Yeah.
He did like one and he stopped.
One episode and then quit.
Quitter.
Keep it going, man.
I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna check out on Hulu. I think
Keep
Hulu
on
Plus
keeping on.
is
You gotta
you
pay
have
for
to pay
that.
for it
Yeah.
and you get more shows, right?
Yeah.
I thought
No,
all
it
of-
hasn't. We'll just
I
log on to
thought
his
all of
account.
Hulu, you had to pay for it. So I know,
No.
like a long time ago, I thought everything was free, but I haven't checked it out
Regular
since.
Hulu does Hulu Plus have
Hulu
commercials?
Plus, some of it has commercials, some don't. It just depends.
Why should you
But,
pay for commercials?
Netflix is the one that doesn't
I
have any
know.
commercials.
Yeah, yo.
Netflix has no commercials at all.
Netflix.
So
Big,
Netflix?
big cock daddy. So there you go. So yeah, it's definitely been one of the more interesting shows that we've ever had here. Don't forget to submit your questions on our Facebook page, WNS Podcast, our YouTube page, WNS Video. You can also check us out on Facebook, WrestlingNewsSource.com. You can also go to WrestlingNewsSource.com. And then subscribe to us on iTunes, Wrestling News Source Podcast.
WNS Podcast for the main site and WN Source for the.
Follow her
On,
at Noah Perriman.
Yeah, no. What's your Facebook?
just look up Noah Perryman.
From Nederland, Texas.
yeah.
Friend them, guys. Also,
Everybody send in friend requests.
follow
If
him
you-
on Twitter at Noah Perriman.
shaking his head. Don't forget to subscribe to us on
Also,
Stitcher.
if you friend him, tell him that you're listeners of the podcast.
Yeah.
And he'll accept it.
He will accept it. That's right. Big cock daddy. So there you go for the podcast crew.
Mostly like make a fake account, but your name can be Big Cock Daddy. And then you
Big cock daddy.
Will you accept Big Cock Daddy's friend request?
That would be a hell no.
That would be
a big
a
rooster.
hell yes.
It'll be a big rooster.
I don't even know what that means.
Cock.
No.
So for the podcast crew, I am Dino Harris.
I'm Tyler A. Bear.
I'm Doug.
And that's our executive
Noah.
our executive producer of the show. Noah!
That's me.
So not cool. And we will catch you all next week.
I love you.